Yeah. Yo, Danny Dyer's milkshake brings Bowen back to her. Brings Bowen back for more. Danny Dyer's milkshake. She brings Bowen back for more. Bowen back for more. Cause Bowen's on fire. Straight up. Think I'm Yeah. Yo, Danny Dyer's milkshake bake. Oh, come on, teach. Yeah, we gotta start that over. We start. Yeah. Yo, Danny Dyer's milkshake. Bring Bowen back for more. Bowen back for more. Bowen back for more. Danny Dyer's milkshake. She brings Bowen back for more. Bowen back for more. Bowen back for more. Danny Dyer's milkshake. Bring Bowen back for more. Bowen back for more. Bowen back for more. Yo! Oh my days! Yo, Jared Bowen, what I deal with, man. I think she's cute. Tits thinks not so much, but I think she's cute, dog. And she got you on fire, so keep on going, my son. You get me?
I'm originally from Essex, but I live now in Frisco, Texas, just north of Dallas.
Word up. I'm a West Ham fan because of my father, dog.
Anything on underneath it, so I'm not showing you.
True.
We don't need to see that. We don't need to see that.
Hung on the trees. There they are. Ella, maybe.
Where does one get a West Ham onesie?
Big up,
I don't know, it was a Christmas present last year. It's pretty cool. Look,
Adam,
you know.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Yeah.
Strap yourselves in.
Peaches in the building. Peaches in the building. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah.
Oh, I'm just disappointed.
Uh-oh. We have arrived. West Ham United has arrived. People are saying that Moyes is the best West Ham manager of all time. Funny, isn't it? When you got like the likes of John Lyle, Ron Greenwood, Harry Redknapp, like, yo, makes you think. It makes you think. It makes you think. Because I'll show you, when he got his second appointment, I was like, nah, you're like going 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards. Like 1 step forward and 2 steps backwards. Was I wrong? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was wrong. I thought Pellegrini was going to be the answer, but my father didn't. My father was like, nope, he's not the answer. Just like when we were linked with Mancini. My father was like, nope. I agree with him. But I don't think it's just down to David Moyes. I think it's down to his backroom staff as well. He held it down getting Stuart Pearson in the door, man. And what a delight that's like worked out to be, man. Kevin Nolan, one of the best captains we've ever had. I rate him above Lucas Neal for captain, straight up. That's just me, though. Everybody has their opinion. You get what I'm saying? That's just me, though, man. Because I heard stories about Nolan. Like, I told you this before. I sound like a broken record now because I talk so much shite, man. But, like, I heard stories that, like, you know, we used to invite boys out for, like, a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, like a pint, or whatever they wanted, like a Del Boy cocktail with the umbrellas and everything in them. Umbrellas and straws and a thing of pineapple. I heard all the stories about how Nolan just looked after his squad, which I think is impeccable. So if he looks after his squad that way, you know, when the man is in management, he's going to look after his squad the same way. I had to put a thing on my thing, cause like, yo, I filmed the preview video and like I was like doing two things. And I backed up and I didn't realize there was like you know when you park, they got like those parking things. Like I don't know what you call them. Honestly, I do not know what you call them. They're like cement. They're like cement things on the end of the parking lot, or not the end of the parking lot, end of the parking space. And it's like I backed up and I didn't know it was there, and then whoops, fell right flat on my face, dog. Saved myself from my hands. My hand starts bleeding up, just like the other day, dog. I think I did a video, and then there's this breakfast place. Like I went to go get a chicken shawarma, which I just got again tonight. Clyde knows all about it. I done told him. But yeah, I went to go get a chicken shawarma the other day. It was yesterday, man. And I thought, oh, I gotta have some of this before I go home. Cause normally I just like keep it till I get home and then I just jam it up there. But it was like I thought, no, I'm gonna have some of this before I get home. Cause they had like tables and chairs there. But it was like a big boy chair. Like not a high chair as in like I told y'all this last night, I think still. But not a high chair as in a high chair like for babies to like, sit down to be small, stand up to be tall type thing. It wasn't them things. It's just like a big boy chair. It was like it was a high chair, not a high chair, but a high chair. And so like I just like kind of jumped up, kind of like because like I'm 5 foot nothing and something. So like I jump up just to like get like a good seat on it, and I missed the chair, and I wasn't even pissed. And I missed the chair. But well, I kind of missed the chair. I banged my backside on the chair, so that took a beating right there. And then I fell on the ground like bang, right. Like I'm kind of lucky because it hurts like hell. But it's like I'm kind of lucky because if I fell like straight down, it would have gone like right in my tailbone, which would have been hell. But I kind of like moved to the left. So it's just on the left of my tailbone. But it is sore as hell, man. Like I've had to put heating pads on them things, some like cream on them things, like Rub A535, just like muscle relaxing cream and shit, man. Crazy, crazy, man. But tomorrow's war. That's what we're here for. Tomorrow's war. Straight up, man. I'm just saying. Tomorrow's war. West Ham v Tottenham Hotspur. It is a Tottenham, isn't it? I'm sure it is. I don't think it's a London stadium. I honestly don't think it's a London stadium. I think it's at their manor still. But I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I want to see pace in the team tomorrow, man. I want to see pace in the team tomorrow. Real talk. I think Dawson has been uh underrated gem. I really do. I think he's been playing his socks off. Like I said before, man, 30 matches, 20 games with him in the team if we won them. Can't fault that. Cannot fault that, man. That's just like that shows you what the job he does. But I'd also like to see like it was Clive that got me onto like the Dawson thing because originally I was thinking Obama, Diop, and Zuma. That's what I was thinking. But Clive makes a good point when he's saying Obama, Zuma, and Dawson. Like it's either gonna be like a 3-4-3 or like a 5-2-3. You know what I mean? But the two at the back, which makes up the five, we go in the middle really. like your Fredericks and Matsuaku. So would make it a 3-4. No, a 3-4-3. Yeah, 3-4-3. It would. 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 Oh, my ear, man. It's playing up on me. You know when it's just like it's blocked up and you can hear yourself? And it's annoying when you hear yourself, dog. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Don't even rate it. Sucks. Supposed to have a guest on tonight. We'll see what happens. If the man them there like got 2 coffees and two digestives or hot dogs to dunk in them. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm just certified elite. Like I had dinner tonight, but I didn't have dinner tonight. Like I had spaghetti. I call it spaghetti. You call it spaghetti. You call it spagbo still. So like yeah, in your Turtles talks, I had spagbo. But it's like I don't know, man. It's like it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was dope, but I only ate half of them things still, man. Because I know my flex. Once it goes like 9, 10 o'clock, I'm getting a chicken shawarma. Straight up. Honestly. I am. Oh, this is so annoying. Just go. Ah, that sounds a bit better. Ow. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I watched American Hammer TV today. It was dope. It brought up some good points. Charlie Walsh was on the flex. Charlito. He spoke 2 things, man. Yo, y'all check out Charlito's watch along tomorrow still, man. It's always good. It's always good viewing, good watching. It's always good fun. It always brings you a good time, man. And you gotta remember the last time we played Tottenham and Adams 32 was in the building with him. And Lanzini scored that 3rd goal and Adams went nuts. Took off his shirt and everything. Like he was just so hyped. He was running around like, way. So dope. So dope. Oh, this is really pissing me off, man. I got this thing like at home. Ow. Ow. I got this thing at home. It's like it flushes your ear out. I need to run that. I need to run that. Because it's so like, oh, it just sounds like you're like that. You know what I mean? It sounds like you're like that. It sucks. Bollocks. Yo, have a look at my t-shirt. Straight up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. West Ham Philly. How do you mean? See that? West Ham Philly with the crack bell, dog. How do you mean? Big up Randy Viper. Rah, rah, rah. Ticka, ticka, ticka. Rah, rah, rah. I'm Rancy down there. I'm Rancy down there. How you mean? Ah, this is killing me, dog. Ouch. It don't hurt, but it's just like annoying, man. You know what I mean? Like straight up just annoying. It's like, oh. It just feels like you're closing your ear. You know, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Randy Dandy. The Randy Dandy that makes me Randy. How do you mean? Thank you, my G. Pick yourself up. Real talk. Pick yourself up, man. Wally World is in the building. Wally World. There's only one Wally World. One Wally World. There's only one Wally World. One Wally World. There's only one Wally World. One Wally World. There's only one Wally World. Rock, rock, chicka, chicka, rock, rock. Trust me. Thank you very much, Randy. But thank the man below in the comments because he's the one that sent this to me. This is his thing. This is his thing. Big up Philly Hammer. big up Philly Hammer all day long. Big up Philly Hammer, like with a hammer. Trust me, dog. Trust me. Trust me. MC Hammer got nothing on these things, dog. Real talk. MC Hammer don't got nothing on these things, dog. Real talk. I'm missing going to stores. Why? Oh yeah, because you're panhandling. But listen, if you're panhandling, you can't have your cake and eat it too, my friend. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. So you're having your cake in the panhandle state. So that means you can't go to stores. But there has to be a pub in and around where they're broadcasting the match. And if not, you'll be able to get it on your laptop or computer or whatever, man. Well, it'd only be laptop because you wouldn't bring your like computer with you, like your big computer thing. You can get it on your phone or your laptop. I'll give you links. Trust me. I'll give you links. You'll be able to find it. No problem. No problemo. Said Stemo. Promise. But I'm not afraid of Tottenham. It's funny, isn't it? I'm not afraid of Tottenham. Like, I'm not afraid. Honestly, like, if we get pace like on the left and right side with like, and here's where Wally comes into play. Fredericks, yes, I said that, and I mean that. We get Fredericks, Matsuak on either side with like, I went for Diop, Ogbonna, and Zuma. Clyde went for Ogbonna, Zuma, and Dawson. Maybe that's the more experienced way to play. Don't know. But we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. I think it's all dope. Yeah, it should be. It should be. It should be. That would be like it's so is Florida Panhandle like on Eastern time or Central time? Because like if it is, it'll be 10 o'clock in the morning. No, 9 o'clock in the morning, sorry. For Eastern time, 8 o'clock in the morning, Central time. I don't know. Let me see. So I'm good to watch the game. GMAT's on Spanish channel. It don't matter. Big up Hammerhead. Hammerhead's in the building. Big yourself up, rude boy. Trust me. Don't know. Central time. Okay, so that would be 8 o'clock. Because you'd be 6 hours behind. So that would be 8 o'clock, man. But isn't it beautiful? Like, that's one good thing about North America. If it's Eastern or Central time, you wake up, you watch the match. You don't have to wait till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like they have to in London, England. Like, you just wake up, have some breakfast, watch the match. Have a fry up, have some cereal, have some whatever you want, pancakes, whatever. Trust me. Big up Randy Vibe from Wally World. Big up yourself, Hammerhead. See, Wally just took the words from my mouth. Straight up. Somebody's supposed to come on here and they like disappeared, dog. Straight up. Homeboy disappeared. I'm checking my guest thing and Homeboy just disappeared. I don't know why. I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know. Hello. What was the tune, man? Remember my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. So like Danny Dyer brings Jared Bowen back for more. Danny Dyer, she brings Jared Bowen back for more. I love that. Or like you can even say like Danny Dyer, she brings Jared Bowen to the yard. Danny Dyer, she brings Jared Bowen to the yard. Or like my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Danny's milkshake, Danny's milkshake brings Jared Bowen. I like that though. Danny's milkshake brings Jared Bowen back for more. Bowen back for more. Danny Dyer's milkshake brings Jared Bowen back for more. bowling back for more. He's on fire. Watch him saw. Or watch it. Is that it? Saw? I'm sawing in the sky. Yo, you wanna know one thing, Wally, which is crazy, dog? I did a video tonight, like a preview thing, yeah? Straight up. I sent it to Titch, so he's gonna like put 2 edit things on it and then like put it out before the Tottenham match. And then, yo, there's these things above my head, dog. First you see like 3 things of them, and then it turns to 1 and it keeps flashing. When I go in like one area, it just keeps flashing. It's madness. Yo, who was the guest, Peach? You'll see the guest, because if the guest comes on, you'll see the guest. If the guests don't come on, then you won't see the guest. So I'm not saying who the guest is, because if the guests don't come on, then I'll look like a dickhead. So like you'll see the guest if the guest comes on, straight up. It's not it's not rocket science. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science, Doc. It's like, yo, the man them got the link. So it's like if he wants to come on, he can come on. But you gotta remember, in England, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, Doc. Like 10 after 4 in the morning. So it's like, yo, I understand if homeboy like just fell asleep and kipped, man. Straight up. Like, yo, it's 4 in the morning thing. Straight up, man. Morning all. Titch is on editing genius. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Pete, you attract. I know. It's weird. It's weird, dog. Like, honestly, like, when you see this video, it's crazy. It's like I'm in this one area and like I'll just go this way and then it appears. And then like I'll go this way again, it appears again. But then at the beginning, I looked back on it, you can see like 3 of them. There's like 3 little dots. And then the 3 little dots turn to 2, 2 turns to 1, and it keeps flashing. Mad. Absolutely mad, dog. Absolutely mad. I'm one of their own. Honestly, I'm one of their own, man. Real talk, man. I guess it's Lion or an alien. I hope it would be an alien. No, Lion, I haven't even talked to Lion today, man. I don't know what he's dealing with. I don't even know what Lion's dealing with, dog. Lion! I don't know what Lion's dealing with. Straight, he's probably cooking something. Because that's where he gets his, like, that's where he gets his joy from, man. He'll watch 2 West Ham things still, but he's more like Trinidad and Tobago, like, supporter, you know what I mean? Enough respect to that. But it's like, yo, he loves cooking. He loves cooking, man. So we gotta get that down. Lying in the kitchen, man. Like lying in the kitchen. Kitchen full of lions. A kitchen full of black lions. I don't know. We'll figure out something, dog. Straight up. Yes, Daza is in the building all the way from Thailand. How do you mean? Big up Daza, man. Big up everybody. Yeah, big up everybody, man. Hammerhead. Wally is the only other person I can think of because everyone else is sleeping. Yo, listen, you know I'll have Wally on in a second. In a second. In a blood clot second. I love talking to Wally, dog. It's like, you know when you talk to somebody and you feel like you've known them for like years, but you only like just knew each other for like a minute? That's how I feel with like Wally. That's how I felt with Charlie Boy. Like, it's weird, man. That's how I felt with a lot of y'all, man. It's weird. It's like, it feels like I've known y'all forever, but I've only like known y'all for like months. But it seems like forever. It's odd. It's like, yo, weird up, man. It's weird up. Honestly, man. It's crazy drazy. That's the term I would call it. It's crazy mother drazy. Straight up. I tuned in for the Kieran and Clive Gentleman Show. Don't worry, that's coming. That's coming. Cool your horses. That's coming. The Kieran live with Kieran and Clive, that's coming. that's coming. And we got two, 3, 4 next things coming too. West Ham Random is expanding. That rhymed. I like that. West Ham Random is expanding. It honestly, no joke about it. It really is. Like, no joke about it. It really is. Me and Titch have been talking, dog. Like, yo, Adam Franco said, wait, like we've been talking, dog. And yeah, there's gonna be some surprises. The people are gonna be like, whoa, and you don't even know which and what direction we're going. I swear to you, you're gonna see two things. You're gonna be like, whoa, and trust me. Like, yeah, I like Live with Karen and Clive out the bag, but we got more. We got more in store that you ain't even like thunk of. And when you see them, you'll be like, what? How? But it's going down. It's going down, man. West Ham Random. West Ham Blood Clot Random. It's going down, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to like put out two things. Like, not me personally. It's like, yo, I won't even be on them things. Like, straight up. Tits won't even be on them things. Straight up. Franco won't even be on them things. Straight up. We're like kind of building an army, dog. But the army we're building is like out of left field. Honestly, you have no idea. And when I say that, I really mean that. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea. We're gonna hit you with like a blind side, like left hook, dog. Straight up. You'll be like, what? And then we're gonna hit you with like a 2 combo, like right hook, like what? Just saying. I'm just saying. Watch this space, dog. Watch this blood clot space, dog. And it's all gonna be like, it's all gonna be West Ham. It's all gonna be Premier League. It's all gonna be like, one of our own. But it's mad. It's mad, straight up. Like, yo, me and Titch had a good talk today, dog, for about an hour, even more. Just like kind of putting things in place. You just wait. And we're not stopping there. We're not stopping there. Not at all. We are not stopping there. We're going to keep on going. You know what I mean? The more variety that the YouTube channel has is more pleasure for yourselves, because you don't have to keep looking at my ugly mug. You know what I mean? Or Titch's like modelsome mug. Like, Titch got the model mug. I got the ugly mug. Like, yo, I'm showing you. Yo, there's gonna be some next mugs up in the place, dog. Straight up. And y'all are gonna be like, whoa. Trust me. I ain't even playing with you, man. I ain't even playing with you. We tied down 1, tied down 2. Third one is getting tied down still. Fourth one, somewhat tied down. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it is gonna be fun. It is gonna definitely be fun, man. I can't wait. And we'll introduce them bit by bit, but it's so exciting. It's so sincere. Straight up. I'm yelling at the bottom of my building like, yo, people are gonna like start complaining, dog. Trinidad, hold on. It went up. Rawr. Hold on. Trinidad knocked out the U.S. out of the World Cup qualification. The last time I laughed so hard when it happened. I know. I remember that. Because, yo, I don't care what nobody says. But, like, U.S. has a good team, though. Like, you can't talk me like anything different. I rate like the United States of America's team, dog. I rate them. Like, they're dope. Like, Yo, remember that one boy? What was the one boy's name who I loved watching, man? Cahill. He was live. He was live. The biggest flop was Freddie Adu. Freddie Adu was supposed to be like the next big thing. Only if he came to England, man. But I think he bugged off to Germany or like Italy or somewhere, and his career just kind of like went, well. But he was supposed to be the next thing, man. Freddie Adu, man. And it never happened for him. But the Cahill boy, I'm sure his name's Cahill, man. He played for, who did he play for? I forget. He played in the English league. And they had the goalkeeper too, wouldn't it? I always want to call him Kelsey Grammer, like from Fraser, but it's not Kelsey Grammer, but I don't know. His name was like Kelsey or Grammer or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. No, I rate the United States of America's team, man, straight up. Honestly. I really do, man. Big Lennox Lewis is coming on. What, tonight? You're joking me. You're joking me. Tonight? Who's he fighting? Oh, you're saying he's coming on our show. Oh, I wish. Yeah, that would be a coup. That would be a coup, getting Lennox Lewis on. Are you joking me? If somebody like that was coming on, I'd be dancing on the ceiling with like Lionel Richie, dog. How do you mean? I ain't even playing with you, man. Wally World, West Ham Random Network. West Ham Random Network. Look at this guy. Yes, sir. No, it's just West Ham Random. There's no network need. There's no network needed, that because it's too random for a network. If we had a network, it would be too random for a network. Straight up, it would be too random for a network. Like we wouldn't put the net in the work or the work in the net. That's why it's just West Ham Random. Straight up. And you guys are all going to see why it's West Ham Random. And Wally, you're going to appreciate one of the shows that we're trying to do so much. And you'll be a guest on that show too. And yo, just saying, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You know the person. But keep it to yourself because you know I know the person. So keep it to yourself. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So just keep it to yourself. Calm yourself. We're trying to put that in place, Doc. We're trying to put that in place. Matter of time, Doc. Matter of time. Hammerhead at Wally World, big up. Sound, no sound. What, my sound's gone? No sound. What you mean, no sound? Sorry, sound is fine. Yeah, I thought so. My volume was off. Oh, there you go. Tim Cahill played for Everton Peach. Yes. And when he scored, he used to do like that on the corner flag. Ba 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 ba. That was it. That was it. Didn't he play for Fulham too? I don't know. Maybe so, maybe no. I thought Tim Cahill was Australian though. But no, you're right. You're right. Cahill was the boy I was thinking of. I wanted to say that, but I thought he was Australian. Weird. Hold on. Uno momento, por favor. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna email this like supposed guest I'm supposed to have on and see what's going on. And oh, Kieran's in the building. Hey chaps, I love Miss. You love Miss Katie? Do you? You love Miss Katie? Do you? I know somebody else that loves Miss Katie, dog. And he's right here to say two things, dog. How do you mean?
What's happening, my friend?
This is my guest. Mr. Big Clive. That's my guest, dog. How do you
I'm not that big, bro. Good evening. Well, good morning it is now, actually. And thank you for having me on again, Peach.
Oh, thank you for taking the time to come on at like, what is it? It's almost 5:30 where you're at.
No, it's 4:25. 4:25
Oh,
a.m.
okay. So almost 4:30. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Clive's
How many viewers?
How many
viewers have we got?
I think we got 8 and then some people. I don't know because it says 8 viewers, but then there's people in the chat. And like sometimes there's
Cool.
no viewers, but there's still people in the chat. So I don't know how to work it out.
Okay, well, however many people are out there, good morning, good evening, and welcome to Peach and Budgie.
Peach and Budgie, random things.
Random things, mate. Yeah.
How do you mean, man? What are you
Good
feeling
grief.
about? What are you feeling about tomorrow?
Wow, I'm anxious. I'm anxious, man.
Yeah.
I always feel good when this game comes around. I always have a good feeling about it. But for some reason today,
Yes.
this morning, now, right this minute, I'm feeling anxious about it because, you know, I've just, by the way, I've just watched YeR World's one from each team. Fantastic viewing. Fantastic viewing. If people haven't watched it, get on there and watch it. It's brilliant.
Please do. His whole story about moving to
fantastic.
and then he's like
fantastic.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I'm a bit anxious because, you know, I've been watching a couple of things and I sort of took a little sneaky peek on a Tottenham fan TV channel earlier, and they're really confident. They are very, very confident.
I know, but that's where I think they're gonna fall. That's where I think they're gonna be too big for their boots.
We all want to beat them, don't we? Every single one of us that wears claret and blue or believes in claret and blue, we all want to beat them, and I'm pretty confident we will. You know. But good morning, Darren. I'm pretty confident we will smash them. But you know, 2-1, I think maybe.
I'm going 3-2. I'm going 3-2.
Maybe 3-1. We've got to keep Son quiet. That's who we've really got to keep quiet.
Have a look at that comment. What a man! What a boy!
Oh, Wally's world, mate. Fantastic, I tell you. And the way you picked your team and your substitutes, it was quality. I love the way you did it. I've got a completely different approach for my one, obviously. But you know, I don't mind actually sharing this with you. I'm not going to share any of the players that I've picked because that's not fair on Titch and the show. So, but I don't think he would mind me sharing how I picked my team. So when I was asked to do it, I thought to myself, how do you pick one player out of a great squad like, you know, for example, United, City, Liverpool? How do you pick one player from those kinds? And how do you pick one player from the team you love so much? It's not an easy task. I'll tell you this. Wally, you had it easy, bro. I'm telling you now, right? I was sweating. I was shedding blood and tears, bro. I swear to God. But then I decided the way I was going to do it was I was going to look at it from 2 angles, which would lead me down the same road, which was one. If I was the manager of West Ham United, go and pick one player from each team that you would have in your squad. Okay. Whether it be just that one person from that team to add to my squad that I have now, or all of them to build up my squad by an extra 20 people. That's how, that was one angle I looked at it. And the other angle I looked at was, imagine some rich guy has just bought the rights to have a Premiership team. Okay, let's just say, you know, now go out and you can have one player from every team in the Premiership. Go and take your pick. See, now they both lead me down the same road.
Yep.
Okay. With the players that I've picked, that's how I've done it. I would either have them at West Ham to complement the squad that we have, and I'll explain why and how for each player when I do the interview or the show with Titch. But I believe that every one of the players that I've picked will complement our squad beautifully in the positions that they play. But, you know, there's so many players out there that I haven't picked that I would have thought, what Wally picked a few of them, the ones that I had there waiting to come on. But, you can only pick one from each team. So that's what I've done. I've submitted my squad and just waiting for Titch to get back to me.
And he submitted his squad. And the first thing that Buzzy said was, I'm not telling you any of my players.
But hey, man, fair's fair, You said you didn't want to be influenced by watching any of the other shows.
None of it.
At that point, I wasn't aware that you had your 20-man squad ready.
No, I already got them,
Yeah. So we discussed this earlier on. So, that at that point, though, I didn't know that. So I'm saying, I'm not telling you who I picked, And I don't expect you to tell me anybody that you picked either.
I'll tell you, the way I went about it was similar to you. If we got bought out by the same people that bought out Newcastle, if that fell on our laps, I went about it kind of that way. But then I went about gelling the players that I picked together. And if they play internationally together, if they play to complement one another, that's the way I went. And I think everybody has a decent squad in their own mind. I don't think any are bad. I think they're all good. It's just the way you went about doing it. So and I love the way Wally went about doing it. That was very smart.
Every player in the Premiership has, some qualities about them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be Premiership players. So you'd be hard pushed to mess it up, really.
One question: Did you go? Did you go for more internationals, or did you go for just more team players?
I went for team players, to be honest with you.
Their
international roles are important to them. Not so important to me. Okay, I'll follow England in a tournament, but these international breaks and stuff,
ridiculous.
Yeah, they're nothing short of a pain in the arse, if you ask me. But the one thing that
we should do what Arsene Wenger said and just have it like in 1 month, get all of it over, and then move on.
Exactly. I think that's something that train of thought is something that's quite popular, or I say quite popular, quite familiar amongst other YouTubers and people that I've spoken to, at the stadium the other night and so on and so forth. The consensus of opinion is that get it all over and done with in a 1 month period, and then everybody can carry on with business as usual,
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a hiccup, isn't it? Like really, it's a hiccup. When
it's more than that. It's
I know. Like when you're on form,
it's
and then you
inconvenient.
have to go away for like so many, like 2 weeks to go play Andorra and
every 8 weeks or something.
Like, come on.
But I think that's quite a popular format choice among other YouTubers and other football supporters. I'm fully behind it myself. I would be fully behind that myself.
I agree with you. I agree with you, man. It is more than a hiccup, and it disturbs the rhythm. If you get what I mean, it disturbs the rhythm when we're going good.
Completely. I mean,
Yeah,
look at us now as West Ham supporters. We're kind of really,
surprise.
really, really wanting Yarmolenko to become the player he was when he was playing for the Ukraine. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, we're kind of, well, why can't you do that for us? You know, how can you do that in your national squad, but you can't do it in your club squad?
You know,
You know,
I think the reason I think his heart is with his country and not with West Ham. And
yeah, yeah,
I think that like in the Europa match the other day, he looked bang tidy, and maybe that's the pace for him
yeah.
because
The slower game.
he was back heeling it, like controlling it.
Mm.
He looked like Pele on the
He had
ball at
more time on the
some
ball though,
points.
didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, he had a little more time on the ball. You know, the extra second and a half, 2 seconds on the ball can
Yep.
mean the difference between, you know, 1-0 and 3-0. You know,
Oh no,
understand what I mean?
100%.
You know.
100%.
So, but well, you know, I mean, wow, we're in Europe, we're unbeaten, we're 3 and
Yep.
0, 0
Yep.
goals against. You know, what could be better? What could be better for us right now?
Nothing. Nothing.
Fantastic.
Nothing. We're killing it in
Yeah,
in the league. We're killing it in the League
mm,
Cup. We're killing it in the Europa. Like you got Spurs who were in the Mickey Mouse Conference League, and
yeah,
they won one, drew one, and lost one, or something like that. But
yeah, yeah,
and we won
yeah.
all three, and all three of them have
And
been clean sheets.
yeah, I spoke to one of my friends earlier today. Actually, he's a Spud, and we were talking, and he was saying to me, you know, that I must be quite excited about us being in Europa and stuff. And I said,
Yeah,
yeah, it's great.
agreed.
I said, you must remember what that was like when you were in it. And he said, yeah, I do. I remember it. He said, I remember it. He said, and I also remember what it was like in the Champions League. And I
But
said,
they
I
ain't there
know.
no more.
I said, I know, but it's a bit of a fall from grace, isn't it? Going from the Champions League to the
Oh,
Europa
not
Pub
many,
League.
not many, not many. And you
I
know what?
told him they're in
Huh.
the Europa Pub League.
Sunday, they're in the Europa
You
Sunday
know,
League. That's it.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. One and it's mishmash because like I don't think I don't think like you get a lot of people that have said, you know, we were 3 or 4 points close to getting into the Champions League. I think it was 3 points.
Yeah,
And you got a lot of people saying like we were only 3 points away from getting in the Champions League. But do you know what? I feel that it's baby steps. You need to learn how to crawl before you walk. I thought maybe like
of course. Yeah.
being being in the Champions League might have been it might have been the water might have been a bit too deep for us to dive into. And
Mm,
I feel that the Europa is perfect for us because we're getting a sense of Europe. We're being able to travel to Belgium and Croatia and all the other beautiful places, but
yeah.
we're not facing the Real Madrids or the PSGs or the Barcelonas, but we're getting ready for that. So I think this is a perfect stepping stone for us to engulf in the whole European league, and I think Champions League is the only next step for us. And
Mm,
I think it's good that we're in
I agree.
Europa and not the Champions League. Everything happens for a reason, and I think that happened for a reason. You got people
Of course.
complaining about it. I'm not complaining. I'm happy.
How many teams do we see that Leicester being a perfect example? Okay, they
Yeah,
come from basically nowhere. I mean, look, we're talking about a donkey winning the Grand National. You know,
yeah,
Leicester at the
yeah,
time weren't exactly what Leicester aren't exactly what you would call a world class club team, right? And they won the Premiership. They won it convincingly. Okay, there were only a few points in it, but they won it. You know, every time they had a result go against them, they battled hard and they got a result back. So,
yeah.
you know, it can be done. That can be done by the lesser ranked teams, let's put it that way, which we would fall into that category for most pundits, etc. So they struggled big time in the Champions League, absolutely big time. I can't remember how far they got, but I don't even know if they qualified to get out of the group stage. I can't remember. But you know, that's an experience. It's good experience for the club, but it's not. I mean, you don't become a professional boxer on Friday and go for a world championship on Sunday night. Do you know what I mean? It takes time to build that kind of professionalism and that kind of stamina to last the course, you know.
Unless you're Mike Tyson, and Cassius Clay, they're special individuals.
There are exceptions to the rule, of course. I agree, but you know, when it comes to a team sport, that's a lot more difficult to be the exception to the rule. Because then you have to have every single piece working in unison at every moment of every day, and that's not easy to do. You know,
no, not at all.
Even you know, like these top technical sports like Formula One, for example, they can't get everything right on every single event, and etc., etc. You know, and we're talking about billions of dollars being pumped into that sport, and they can't get it right all the time. So, you know, when it comes to humans and the human factor, you know, there's obviously, you know, you can't get everything perfect every time. You know, Barcelona couldn't, Real Madrid couldn't, you know. So, but
I agree with you.
But the way to build on your strengths and to progress to become closer to that perfection is to learn your trade, whatever that may be. Whether you know, our trade, we are hoping to extend into Europe. You know, and we have done that this season with what is the second tier of European football, really. Which I'm proud of. I'm actually proud of our club for doing that, because we now can show the rest of Europe and the rest of the UK that we are competitive and we're going to fight for it. We've got balls, you know, and we ain't afraid to swing them. You know what I mean? So let's carry on doing what we're doing. Everything is being done the right way. David Moyes has got this club on track to become one of the greatest West Ham teams of all time.
So you do believe with the comments the other day that it was some boy named Ambrose or somebody, and he was saying he thinks David Moyes is the greatest West Ham manager ever. Like,
he's very close.
He's not too far off from it. He's not too far off from it. Like what he's done with the shoestring budget, he's not too far off from it.
Yeah, agreed. And you know, we've also got to consider the fact that he came in as a stand-in manager at first. There was no offer of a job for him. It was just keep us afloat, you know, and we give you something for it, you know, kind of thing. Which he did. He kept.
Go on. He kept us.
He kept us afloat. You know, we didn't get relegated this season. He was with us. We escaped relegation.
We could have done that. Whoa,
and he helped us to escape it.
We could have done.
Yeah, indeed, that's very true. And then obviously, you know, he had to hand the reins over to Pellegrini, which was a decision I never agreed with. Like many other West Ham supporters feel the same we do. Unfortunately, our opinion really doesn't matter to the board. Which, you know, you can kind of understand. They felt they were doing the right thing. They were bringing a Premier League stroke, you know, winning manager to the club. you know, what they didn't really consider was he did it for somebody else's squad. But hey, you know.
And to tell you the truth, like when Moyes wasn't given a second chance after he saved us from relegation, I felt that was kind of like a backslap to him, because I thought he should have been given
Disrespectful,
that
yeah.
opportunity. Yes. But then when we were after Pellegrini, I have to admit, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, like this might be the man. Like he's been at Real Madrid, he's been at Man City, he's won cups, he's won trophies. Like this might be the boy. But my father was like, nope, he's not. He's washed up, he's dried up, he's only coming in for the money. You're kidding yourself. And I said, no. And then I remember we were linked with Mancini. And I was like, this boy might be good for us. And my father was like, he was a good player, but he's not a good manager. And I was like, okay, like, all right, sure. Like, but we need somebody of that like high that high elk, status, that high elk of success to push us forward. But then when we started throwing money at the players like they were girls on a stripper pole, I thought, okay, now we're going somewhere. Like we got Felipe Anderson, Haller. I couldn't wait to see Haller. I thought, oh, this is gonna be magic. And it all came crashing in my face. It was egg on my face. It was egg on my face, man. And like I'm the first one to admit it, like, and hold my hands up, because when he brought back in David Moyes, I was like, oh no, you're going 2 steps backwards. Like, what are you dealing with? But then when he brought in the backroom staff and he fought tooth and nail to get Stuart Pearce, like, back in the fold, and what a difference that has
getting
made.
him out of the England setup as well.
Yes, and yeah, Paul Naveen, isn't it? Like, yes, like, oh, he's done magic. He's done magic. Like, I
mean, you know,
yeah.
I believe that David Moyes is a very magnanimous kind of man. He realizes that, whether he realizes or whether GSB have actually openly admitted to him that they made a bad decision in releasing him first time round, or replacing him with Pellegrini. Either they've apologised for that, or they've admitted their faux pas, as it were, or he's begun to realise it in his own way, whatever. But that's clearly what's gone on, you know, and he's come back. They've offered him a reasonable contract to keep him, which he's accepted gratefully. Thankfully, I should say, not gratefully.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
I don't believe there's another manager out there at the moment that would take us in the direction that we're going, which is up. You know, that's the only direction we're going at the moment, is up. And that's thanks to David Moyes, his backroom staff, his technical abilities and stuff, you know, and his coaching staff abilities, you know, that every one of them deserves, you know, a tip of the hat, because they've got this club looking very, very healthy.
Yeah, and it was Russ Button, who has his own show on the West Ham Network, which I know you watch on the regular. He would say, I know, I see you in there all the time. Yes, big up Lawrence. We are massive. But I if you remember, I don't know what episode it was, but I think it might have been Friday's episode, and he was just saying the camaraderie between the players and the coaching staff and everything else. Everybody just looks happy to be there right now. And, they're getting the players all amped up and going before they go on. And it reminds me of what Southgate did in 2018 with the England team. Because they had such good camaraderie. They just loved playing for England. They were having fun.
To be fair, he had them like that in European,
Yes.
European
Yes.
Championship.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the mark of a good manager. I mean, okay, a lot of people may not agree that Southgate is a good manager.
Yeah.
I would fight his corner. I would say that he is a good manager. Look at the way he
I'm
did
with you
get
on that. Yeah.
look at the way he has had the England team and does get the
Yeah.
England team performing.
Yeah.
And the friendship, camaraderie, etc. between them all is incredibly good as club level, our club level, if you like. Okay, yes, he is a yes man to the FA, but you don't get that job unless you are. You're not going to get a job, managing your national squad unless the nation's FA believe in you and accept what you're going to deliver or what you hope to deliver.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah.
You've got to have a certain amount of yes man mentality about you because if you don't, your position isn't secure.
And that's Clive. That is why the man who should have been England's manager but never was, and you guess it. You guess it for me. The man
Harry
who
Redknapp.
was no. The man who was supposed to be England's manager but never was because he wasn't a yes man at all. At all. At all. And they had him in and they interviewed him and this and that. And he was just like, no, I'm gonna do it my way, not your way. And they were like, we're not having it. Who was it?
Oh, the only person I can think of that would be like that is Harry Redknapp, in my opinion. But go on, who was it?
Clough, man. Brian
Clough.
Of
course. Yeah, we're talking that far back. Okay, my brother.
Oh yeah,
okay.
I'm going back. I'm going back. But it's like it's even going like because the FA are so snooty. Like you got to be a yes man to like be on their side, and you have to have a bit of that. And I agree with you with Redknapp as well as, but like it's like I thought Clough would have
been interviewed twice, I believe, for it, hasn't he? Redknapp been interviewed twice for the England job, I believe.
See what I'm saying? But so, he was on his own.
I could be wrong, but I think it's twice.
No, you're right. You can even Google that. You're right, man. You're right. 100% right.
Yeah. I mean, what I liked about Gareth Southgate's approach, though, was that he kind of gave you the impression or led you to believe that this is going to be his squad. He's going to pick the players that he chooses and that he believes that are capable of upholding our footballing status, if you like. Which I believe he did do. I don't think it's his team selection and squad selection that's guided, if you like, by the FA. I think it's more the coaching staff and stuff that he has to pick. I think they're probably a bit more involved with that. And clearly, there are certain players that even if Southgate wanted to pick, the FA would probably put a block on.
Yep.
For example, I can't remember the guy's name. The one that Adam something?
Who, Tony Adams?
No. The lad that got jailed for
Charlie Adams. Oh, yeah, Southampton boy. I remember. I mean, and he was a good player too. It wasn't Charlie
he could Adams. Have been. He could have been a player very similar to.
What was his name? Let's think about it. What was his name? It wasn't Tony Adams was Arsenal. Charlie Adams was
Wasn't Che Adams, was it?
No. It was Robert or something. Adam something. Yeah, Adams. But I forget his first name. It was Adams. I forget his first name, but I remember he was
Chet.
playing for Newcastle at the time. Johnson,
Yeah.
Adam Johnson.
Adam
That was
Johnson.
it.
That's it. Adam
That was
Johnson.
it. That was it. Thank
Yeah,
you, Kieran.
that's him.
Thank you, Kieran.
As
Thank
if
you,
he
thank
was,
you.
you know, I mean, let's just say he was a Messi-esque type player. You know, one of the greatest players in the UK.
That would have been written
Right?
up. That would have
Just,
been
you
forgotten
know,
about, thrown in the bin.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
You do?
I think if Southgate had picked him, I think that would have been blocked by the FA. In fact, I'm fairly sure of it. You know, I don't mean to pick on one guy in particular.
Since.
We're only using that as an example. You know, I don't.
But I haven't heard
out.
anything about him since. He disappeared after that. Well, you might be in.
Yeah.
He might be in the Nick. I don't know, but like, I haven't
I
heard
think he may even be playing lower league.
Yeah, I haven't heard his name. I remember I was on newsnow.co.uk and I first saw that and I couldn't believe it. And because he wasn't a bad looking guy, like he didn't have to do that shit. And I couldn't believe it. And then I heard it and I was like, what? Like, some people's heads are yeah, they need to go to the repair shop, man. Honestly.
Yeah. But, you know, with certain, you know, selection choices, I think David Moyes has never really gone that far wrong, has he? You know, maybe he may have had one or two players not really perform how he wanted or how we would expect of them, etc. But I don't think that's selection, the fault of the selection. I think that's the fault of, like I said to you yesterday, I think that's the implementation of the tactics, etc. And, you know, I've played the game at quite a reasonable level. And, you know, I've played on a Saturday and a Sunday in two different leagues, you know. And I know how bloody difficult it can be to play more than one game in a week. But you know, sometimes you've got to be honest with yourself as a player, and you've got to say, no, Gaffer, mate, I don't think I can do 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to start me, if you want to start me, I'll let you know. Yeah, if you want to start me, I'll let you know how I feel at half time. Or if I feel like I'm tiring, I'll give you the signal, you know.
But
and
that's
also,
what I love about Mark Noble. He's done that. Like he must have said to the guy, for like, I can't last this long. Like that's why he came on as a sub in a European match and that. Like, honest, like I respect that. I like going away from West Ham just for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Mason Mount and Phil Foden? I'm kind of blown away by them right now, man. I think they're absolutely exquisite, man. Like honestly.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's ignore the fact that they play for teams that I don't support and I don't want to do well.
What did you say? I didn't hear you. A car went by when you said that. What did you say?
Aside from the point that they play for clubs that I don't support and I don't really want to do too well, for obvious reasons. Phil Foden, let's start with him then.
Go on.
Phil Foden. I think he has the potential, and at this moment in time, he has the desire and maturity to become a greater player than Gascoigne ever was.
Yeah. And you know what you got people
don't get
saying.
me wrong, Gascoigne's in my top 3 British players of all time.
100%. 100%. Right. And when he was at Rangers and they beat Celtic and he was playing the flute, I thought that was phenomenal. But beautiful. Like honestly, it's like
you know, Phil Foden has
hold on.
That potential.
You got Foden. I know because you got Foden and people were like, Pep Guardiola's holding him back. He's holding him back. He wasn't holding him back. He was nurturing him. Because now you're seeing the best out of him. Yes. Yes, and
yeah,
even today, if you watch the match, like, and you played football, so you'll respect this. When I don't know who in the back four or back five, whatever, I think it was a back four, kicked it up, and Mahrez just took the ball down like an egg on his foot, like on the move, like over the shoulder, on the move, just took the ball down like an egg, like the egg didn't crack, like that was, if you haven't watched that, watch that. That was unfucking believable, man. It was like they got players, man. Like they have players, and Phil
yeah,
Foden seems to be stepping up to the plate. Mason
yeah.
Mount seems to be
Agreed.
stepping up to the plate. What happened with Grealish? Grealish was like this. He was a big fish in a small pond, but now he's a small pond in a big fish, and he's looking average.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
not.
he has got class.
He does. He
Grealish,
does.
you know,
He does.
and
But I
I said
like
a similar
Foden
thing.
over him.
I said a similar thing about Grealish as well. Actually, I said if he could take his desire for a free kick out of his
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
then he would have the potential to be as good, if not better, than Gascoigne.
Yeah.
You know, I use Gascoigne as the yardstick because they're midfield players. You know, Foden. Let's get back to Phil Foden. You asked me about him. As I said, he has the potential. As he is right this moment in time, he's a player I would dearly love to see come to West Ham. Not going to happen, but I would like to see him come to West Ham because of his age. For one, his ability is incredibly good.
It's nuts.
And his attitude is very, very mature for a guy of the age that he is. What is he? 19?
Come
18,
again?
19, 20? Well, how old is he?
Phil Foden?
Foden, yeah. Yeah.
I thought he was like early 20s. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Maybe somebody in the chat knows, but I thought he was like early 20s. He might be 18, 19, or he might be like 20, 21, but no older than that, no younger.
Yeah. But
no,
so you know, at this moment in time, he's a very, very, very interesting prospect. Very interesting. Sure of that.
What about Mason Mount?
Mason Mount. Okay. Great attitude.
Yep.
Fantastic attitude.
Yep.
Ability beyond belief. Maturity well above his years, and a future England captain, perhaps. You know, he's got that kind of ability about him. You know, Declan Rice also. I mean, I think 100%. Declan Rice is probably in line before Mason Mount, but you know, it'll be a close run thing. Mason Mount has got incredible touch. He's got a good first touch, that's for sure. We saw that today. He completely destroyed the defence of Norwich. Completely destroyed them. In fact, the whole game, they looked completely underwater, Norwich. They did.
Now,
they're a great championship side, but they are not a Premiership side.
Now I know this ain't an English player, but I gotta bring him up because I saw Jamie Redknapp and Mika Richards talking about this boy today.
Okay. Yeah.
And Mika Richards basically said, like, Ronaldo and Messi are on a different level, but this boy is probably the best player in Europe, and that's Mohamed Salah. Like, he can't put a foot wrong. And when you look at it, this is what I don't get. When you look at it, Chelsea had De Bruyne, Salah, Schürrle, all at the same time at the club. I think it was when Mourinho was in charge. And he just let them go. Like he had a bad day. And I'm like, you numbnuts. Like, you numbnuts. You had the best talent forthcoming in the league. And you just let them go. Like, you just went on a bad date. And
I mean, you know, look, at the same kind of time he had those guys in the squad, he was also allowing players like Victor Moses go out on loan. He came to us.
Yep. He came to us, didn't he? Yeah.
Loved him when he was with us. Absolutely loved him.
Me too. He was a workhorse. He was a
Yeah,
workhorse. He was a
one of the players
man.
I would
I
definitely
loved
have
him.
signed on a permanent, definitely. You know, as much as I would have done Jesse Lingard. You know, but Mohamed Salah, what a player. What
Who's that? Who's that? Who's the
Mohamed
last player you
Salah.
said?
Salah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Fantastic. I mean, incredible vision.
Yeah.
Athleticism pouring out of his ears. You know, the guy's an incredible talent. And again, you know, another, I love saying this, another Chelsea reject. Done good.
Yeah.
You know? No, I don't mean to be rude to Chelsea. Yes, I do. But, you know, look at the players they've released. Mohamed Salah, look where he is now.
I know. On top
They
of
let
the world.
They let Lukaku go and had to buy him for almost 3 times the amount. They had to buy him back for almost 3 times the amount. You know, they let De Bruyne go. Look where he is now. We're talking about him being the best player in his position in Europe right now. You know, as I said, I just watched Wally World thing with Titch, and
What
you know they would
episode?
discuss it.
Wow.
Yeah, brilliant. It's the only one I've watched so far. But,
me too. Me too. Me too.
But,
Me too. I started watching
you know,
Charlie Boys one, but Titch called me up like just after he picked the goalkeeper, so I wasn't able to watch it all. But I am going to watch it. But Wally's World, I thought was magnificent.
Brilliant. I mean, you know, they had a little discussion about De Bruyne, and I believe it was Titch that said that, you know, he is one of the best players in his position in the world right now, or in Europe. I think he actually said not in the world. But, you know, Europe is probably 90% of the world's best players are playing in Europe anyway. So, but, you know, I think that Mohamed Salah as a as a player, as a player is reliable.
No, not
you
many.
get what you get what you need out of him every single game. The man puts in a shift. He rarely goes missing.
He's special. Never.
Yeah, he rarely goes missing. He'll backtrack if he has to, but very rarely does he need to. But I like him. I like him a lot.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm like I've never really been a Mane man. Like Mane's good. He is good, but he kind of like he's like a light switch. He comes on and he comes off. He comes on and he comes off. But Salah's always like bing, 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 bing. And you have to respect that. Like it's just the football he plays is phenomenal. Like I really rate him. I really rate him. And there was one other player. Who was it? I can't think right now. Who was it? There was one other player I wanted to bring up. Brought up Salah, Mount, Foden. Kante. Like Kante, however you want to say his name.
N'Golo Kante.
We could have got him for 500,000 quid, you know. We could have got him for 500,000 quid when he made his trek over to England. But we passed it up. We passed it up. I think that's the biggest pass up in the world because, like, he's just proven to have been, like, one of the best defensive midfielders of all time. I think he's superb. I really do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, for me, Kante is probably one of only 2 players in the world that are still playing now.
That
could put Declan Rice out of the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of only two, in my opinion. The other one, unfortunately, doesn't play in Britain, in England.
Yeah.
But Kante is one of only two in the world that I believe that could do that. You know,
Yeah.
he's incredible.
He's on different clouds. He is on different clouds. He is in a world of his own. And he seems like such a likable lad. Like everybody that plays with him loves his socks off. Like he's a nice boy. He's a good player. He gets stuck in. And all these people that say, "Oh, you need to be tall to play football," and this, that, and the third. He's as tall as me. So, and he runs the game. So it's like, and I take him rather than Jorginho any day of the week. I don't care what nobody says. I take him over Jorginho any day of the week.
I don't rate Jorginho.
Me neither.
Well, I do.
Me neither.
I do,
Me
but
neither.
you know, he's one of my lower rated defensive midfielders right now. He's probably got a lot of good points, but you know, my brother, even he rates Kante over him. So you know, I actually think that Kante, he's one of very few men that could replace Declan Rice in a game. That's for sure.
But
Declan Rice is incredible.
Do you think that honestly, like right now today, what's the date? Hold on, what's the date? Today it's October 24th. You rate on October 24th, 2021. Do you rate Declan Rice as the best defensive midfielder in England?
Like I said, no, I don't. Sorry, I love it.
I do.
You're like my dad. You're like
my blood clot dad, dog. I swear to you.
I think Kante is just a tad above him.
That's the same thing as my fucking pop says, dog. How do you asshole? He says the same
Well, then
shit.
me and your pops must be decent fellas if we agree on that.
No, you are. You are. You assholes. You are.
That doesn't mean that I don't love Declan Rice, because I do. Okay.
No, I know, but it's like,
you know, I would be hard pushed not to pick Declan Rice in a team. You know, I would be very hard pushed to.
Because the other day it was said, I forget on what channel, but the other day it was said, it was like, Declan Rice is the best defensive midfielder West Ham's ever had. And my dad laughed. My dad laughed at me when I said that. I'm like, why are you laughing? And like, he was literally like having a proper laugh. And I'm like, why are you laughing? He's like, there's only one like best West Ham defensive midfielder, and that's Bobby Moore. He's like, and I'm like, no, Bobby Moore played left back. He said, no, he didn't. He said, Bobby Moore played defensive midfielder. He could go left, right, center. He said he read the game everywhere. He might not have had the best pace, but he was always there before the ball got there. And I was like, yeah, my argument's done. Like, I couldn't say anything after that. Like,
that's it.
So,
well, Bobby Moore wore the fabled number 6 shirt, right? And back then, number 6 was always allocated to central defensive midfielder. That and number 5.
That's this is why you're so much like my dad, you dickhead. Because my dad's like, I played left back. Like my dad used to play left wing because he had a hell of a left foot, and he used to play left wing. But he said when he went to left back, he said that's the number 3 shirt. Bobby Moore never wore the number 3 shirt, so he's not the left back. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. Like, fuck you.
I've got to cut in on you for a second, Peach. I've got to cut in on you for a second. I just noticed, look, it's my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Kieran. How are you doing, my friend?
Hi, brother. How
are you? All right, mate.
Clyde, before anything else, it's about 32 degrees here today. It's stinking hot. How are you going?
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm freezing my bollocks off.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off.
I just see a penguin walk past my window.
I just seen Frosty the Snowman walk past my window, dog.
Yeah, you know. So, how's life in sunny Oz then?
Yeah, same as ever, mate. Getting warmer by the day. Summer's coming. Coming early.
Lovely.
Oh, shut up, Kieran.
I'm so
Shut
pleased
up.
for you.
But
I'm not pleased. I'm jealous. I am so jealous. I'm not pleased at all.
It's going to get a bit chilly and cold in London, but nothing like what that fucker's going to have to put up with. Right? It could be minus 30 and 3 foot of snow. Fuck that.
There you go. Yeah, thank you, Karen. Yeah, I love you back too. I love you back too. Thank you, man.
While you're freezing, while you're walking about in that snow, son, I'll be fucking sweating here.
I'm gonna need snowshoes like in 2 week time. I'm not even
Really?
I'm gonna need snowshoes in like 2 week time. You have no, and then skis in like a month's time. Oh my days.
I'll tell you what.
Snowshoes, you can always take up tennis.
Yeah, just take the snowshoes off and then like hit the ball around.
I reckon Yarmolenko wears snowshoes when he plays for us.
I think Yarmolenko already wears snowshoes playing for us.
Yeah, either that or Coco the clown's off, cast off.
Oh my days.
Right. So did you watch the game Thursday night then, Kieran?
Yeah, mate. It went exactly as I thought it'd go. Nice 3-0 win.
Yeah. In fact, you did call that. You did call that.
I did not. Remember that fucker was telling me 4-0? I'll try it. And he said, no, I said 3. I said, bollocks.
Yeah.
3-0. I did say Clive, I said there'd be 6 changes. And there were 6 changes. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut now and again, eh?
That's it, mate. Yeah. I want to say hello to the disabled team. Hello, guys.
Oh, did he come in, is he? TDT?
Yeah.
How are you, mate? He's a good lad.
Yeah, so, look, he's left us to it again, Kieran. Look.
He fucked off again, hasn't he? Yeah. He's looking for that piss place, isn't he? He's looking for someone to piss again.
Yeah, going live with Kieran and Clive. Oh, my God. So come on in. We haven't spoken to you since the game, so
no, mate.
What did you think? What did you think?
Like I said, I talked to Peach yesterday, and I said, when you watch it with emotion, sometimes you see it differently, don't you? And I like to watch it with a critical eye on a game I expect to win. But I thought we'd done everything right. I thought young Johnson was really shaky for the first half hour, really shaky. That worried me a bit. But he grew into the game, and I thought he'd done really well. And everyone else passed the ball around well. They didn't. It was quite drab, wasn't it, the first half? We didn't work the keeper enough. I thought we passed it around to that last little bit. That last third bit, we were a bit sloppy.
And we played it a little close to the bone a bit. I think we took a few too many risks in the first half.
No, it was fairly drab, but it was just a professional performance in the end, wasn't it? And quite comfortable. I didn't expect anything less. Again, I thought out of the 3 teams, they're probably the better one, but they were still very average.
Yeah. So he's put it on the screen that live with Kieran.
Oh, you got to the game, Clive, did you?
Yeah, I got there actually. Yeah, I got a phone call at about 3:30 in the afternoon from Hammerat telling me that there was a ticket available if I wanted it. Yeah, so I said, all right, okay, well, look, I'm just finishing work. Jumped in the car, came home, got changed, had a shower, flew down to the station, left my car at the station, met up with them in the supporters club, met up with Hammerat, and also met Milesy, young Jake, and Jazz. Yeah, it was nice meeting them all. And also bumped into Stell as well. He'd only just got back literally a few hours before.
Yeah, right. Was he coming back from Cyprus again, was he?
Yeah, he not long. I think he'd only been in the country a few hours. I'm not sure exactly how long he'd been here, but yeah, we had a little chat and that, and went to the game. Watched the game, obviously, you know, and then came out of the stadium, walking up the road with, I don't know, 2,000 other Hammers supporters, and twisted my ankle on a curb, took a dive, hit the pavement, and crashed. Yeah, mate. I got a bigger cheer than any of the goals did, that's for sure.
I bet it did.
I swear it was so embarrassing. And then my ankle all blew up. I've got a big old bruise on the top of the other leg. Couldn't throw a dart for peanuts yesterday. I was proper angry. Yeah.
The old swollen, the ankle swollen up.
Yeah, it was all swollen up and bruised, and that I've rested most of the, like, all day yesterday. And then this morning, but then I had to go to Luton this morning to go and watch my nephew boxing. So yeah, I didn't get to rest it much today. But yeah, so yeah, it was only his second fight.
An eventful day for you, mate. That was great.
Yeah, it was quite nice, you know. It was only his second fight, and the guy he was fighting was a good 5 inches taller than him as well. So he had the reach advantage over my nephew. Zach put up a really good fight, but he didn't win. You know, like it was a TKO in the end. Yeah, it's only like, it's only 3-minute rounds, but you know. So,
yeah.
But yeah, do you know what? This is going to go on. We're going to end up like Saint and Greasy.
Yeah, well, they got sacked, didn't they?
Well, yeah. Okay, let's not do Saints and Greavy then. Oh God. I don't want to be Andy Gray and.
I know you've probably been there before. Like as you know, I've not been to the new stadium, and I've always been a hater of Olympic stadiums when it comes to stadium football. You know, an athletic stadium football. So what was it like? Could you give me? Was it hard to see? Was it too far away? Was the atmosphere good?
It is a distance. It is a distance. Yeah. But you know, stadiums have been moving that way a bit more recently. Anyway, you know, I mean, okay, like the newest stadium in the country at the moment is the Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah.
And they are a lot closer. Yeah,
it does look like a nice stadium.
They're a lot closer, to the grass than we are.
Yeah, I know.
Having said that, for me, I know out of the 60,000 people that go there regularly, or that fill the stadium up every home game and that, you know, I'm probably in the minority when I say it doesn't actually spoil my enjoyment of the game.
Okay.
It probably does for many others, you know, but I think that it's, the atmosphere and those around you that create the atmosphere for you that makes the game so special. Yeah, it makes it special when you go. To be able to watch the pitch, to watch the players on the pitch, and that is an amazing thing. It's great, to watch these players that are, masters of their craft, if you like, to watch them on the pitch in a live scenario is an amazing thing. Whether you're standing next to them, like on a council pitch, or or in a big stadium like the Olympic Stadium, like London Stadium.
Yeah.
If the atmosphere is right, it's nowhere near like Upton Park. Nowhere near.
No, I wouldn't expect it to be.
No, I mean, listen, our supporters create an atmosphere at the London Stadium, and fair play to every single one of them that stand up and sing and cheer and shout and clap and encourage our team. Fair play. They create an atmosphere. The thing is, though, there are 5 or 6 different atmospheres going on around the stadium at any one time.
Yeah, it's not all cohesive as such.
No, but like, I remember when we were at Upton Park, and I'm going back quite a few years though, not to recent Upton
that's
Park
good.
times. You know, I'm going back that far that you know, like the likes of McAvenny and all those guys were playing. You know, but like, I remember when you were in the stadium, you know, if one person started singing a song,
Yeah,
you could more or less guarantee that it would fill around the
it'd
stadium.
grow around. Yeah, it would.
Yeah, and then you would get everybody singing the same song at the same time.
Yeah,
more or less.
you're right.
You know,
And it sounds like
whereas
twice, even if he had half the crowd, it sounds like twice as many people joining in, doesn't it?
exactly that. Yeah, and you know the way the old stands and that you used to be quite. They were quite acoustically. They were quite good actually. I mean, it was an incredible roar in that stadium. And again, at the London Stadium, it's nothing short of impressive when Bubbles kicks in, and you've got, you know, best part of 60,000 people singing along to it. You know, and fair play to the people behind the scenes. You know, like Russ and guys. You know,
Rusty B, he gets that going, doesn't he? The boy.
Yeah, he does. You know, and he has done for many years. But you know, like fair play. You know, he starts an atmosphere, and then it builds. You know, around the stadium, and you know, it's as I said, it's not like the old ground at Upton Park,
So,
but
Clive,
it's a new beginning for the club.
It is, but do you think it's harder for us old boys, you know, who remember Upton Park so fondly and well, to accept it? Do you think it's harder for us than it is the younger generation?
Yeah, it is. You know, in anything in life, you know, if you've got something that you're familiar with and you're comfortable with, something that makes you happy, so on and so forth, and then you change that for something completely different, completely new, and overwhelmingly,
we don't like change.
Yeah, that's it. And you know, the stadium is overwhelming. It is overwhelming. You walk in there, I mean, I've been 3 times now in the last 6 weeks or whatever, 6 or 7 weeks. I've been 3 times to the stadium, and each time I feel the same sense of anticipation, and you know, that inner kid comes to the surface a little bit. You know, it's almost like you can't believe you're there, kind of thing. You know, it's such a big, impressive place.
The buzz we used to get going to Upton Park. You still getting that?
I do, yeah. But then,
I love to hear
you know, I haven't been for many years. You know, and so I'm getting the buzz of football back. Do you know what I mean? The whole thing.
Right. So the
stadium hasn't really been that much of a you know, of a bugbear to me. It hasn't at all.
Okay. And so the big question is, when you took your dive outside the stadium, did VAR get involved?
Yeah, I got a yellow card.
A big cheer and a yellow card.
A big cheer and a yellow card, yeah. Oh God, it was embarrassing though, Kieran. Honestly, swear to God.
I would have laughed. I'll tell you that now.
I just laid down face first, right? And I didn't want to move. And Hammerette come up to me, she's going, Budgie, are you all right? Budgie. And I'm going, leave me alone. Just leave me alone, walk past me and leave me alone in my head. But I sort of turned myself around and sat up. And I was about to get myself up, and this big fella walks along, one of the crowd. He'd seen me go. It was only a few seconds, you know. And he, as he was walking past, he sort of reached down and helped me get up. That was nice. But he was a big old fella, you know, and I was a bit intimidated by him, I've got to be honest. It was quite funny though. But yeah, then I was walking on it like for about an hour afterwards, and it was fine. Got on the train, went back to Crawley, got off the Three Bridges station, went to my car. I was limping a bit by this time because it was starting to get a bit sore. As soon as I pushed down the clutch on my car, oh my God, I think I would have woke up the banshees, mate.
Yeah, I know, mate. One thing I did, the only injury I ever had playing football was the ligaments in my right ankle. I've done them about 8 times. So I know exactly what that pain is. I know how bad it is. And the only fucking cure is rest. There's nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah.
To mice, rest, and then to me, nothing.
Everybody was saying to me, oh, you know, put the ice pack on your leg and that. Well, that's all very well, but most of the ice was going into the chin, so it weren't going on with flipping ankle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I always found booze
self-medicate, mate. Yeah,
like,
self-medicate. It's the only way.
That does take away the pain. It does. So,
apparently, it does. Yeah. Apparently, it makes all the red corpuscles rush. Oh, I've gone.
He's gone again. He's fucking, don't take another dive.
I'm here. I'm here. It's all right. I've got this makeshift phone stand out of a photograph.
Yeah, I need something. I'm always looking down at this thing. I need to put something up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got my grandson's high chair behind me, in front of me, sorry, with a picture frame on it, with the phone resting on top of the picture frame.
It's all professional here, Clive. Don't worry about
professional technology here, mate. You know, BBC have got nothing on us. And they charge you to watch TV. We don't charge them a penny.
Fuck off. Get all this bullshit for nothing.
That's it, mate. That's it.
Oh, so you're on the sidelines, mate. You're injured for Tottenham. You can't go to Tottenham.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, I can't get a ticket anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to work this bloody ticket exchange thing, so I don't even bother with that. I mean, me and technology are not good bedfellows. That's a line from a film, isn't it?
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Ain't that a line from a film, though? But, yeah, so, so I can't get a ticket for tomorrow. Not that I can actually afford to go this weekend. I've spent a lot of money this week. But I shall be in the pub with my brother watching it, and my brother will be cheering for the Mighty Hammers tomorrow.
It's a 2 o'clock kickoff, isn't it, Clive?
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
So that's 11. That's 11 at night for me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So
cool.
I'll watch it here with the boy. My boy, me and the boy will watch it.
Cool. It's quite a big day. Quite a big day of games tomorrow, isn't it? There's United and Liverpool as well straight after.
Yeah, that's all they'll be talking about is that game, won't they?
Yeah.
But
then when we do beat the Spuds tomorrow, they'll have to talk about it a bit, won't they?
Well, you think they give us a couple.
Harry Kane wasn't.
Well, up to it.
Yeah.
I hope so.
They'll be talking about how Harry Kane wasn't up to his usual standards and.
I'm worried about the game.
Tottenham. I'm a bit. I've got to be honest. I'm
worried about it, but I'm hoping we don't lose. If it's a draw, fair enough. But I just don't want to lose to these fuckers. I really hate losing to them. Yeah. I really do.
Yeah. So so what are you reckoning for tomorrow then, Kieran?
I said before a couple of days ago, I was asked off 2 alls in my head. I'm thinking of 2-2, but I don't know, Clive. I think it's one of them games.
I'm hoping for a 3-1 win.
Oh God, would I take that?
Yeah.
Would I take that?
Yeah.
It's I've got a funny feeling.
Clive? I don't know. I really don't know.
Someone said it in the chat. I think it was YeR said it in the chat. I'm not sure.
Everybody seems to be of the opinion that he's out.
Right.
Most people that I've looked, I've watched a couple of other feeds, over the last couple of days, and they all seem to be, running with the theory that he is still out and that we will use either Johnson or
Fredericks
on the right. Yeah,
I'd love to be honest for that game. I'd rather use Fredericks because you got that Son storming down that left side.
That's who we need to keep Son stum.
Yeah,
we need.
Because if you haven't got Supal to stop him,
quiet.
I'd rather have someone with a bit of pace, and that's Fredericks.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's who we're going to need. We're going to need somebody with pace. I mean, Ben Johnson's got a bit of pace about him. Don't get me wrong, but he hasn't got the maturity of the game that Ryan Fredericks has got.
Yeah, I'd rather go with Fredericks myself.
I think, yeah, I'd agree with you, mate. I think Fredericks would probably be my choice as well.
I say, even like I said, the game you went to, Clive, I say the first half hour, young Johnson was pretty poor. And we can't do that against Tottenham because we could be 2-0 down by the time he gets his act together. We can't have that.
Yeah. And then,
but
and then we would be forced.
I'm not knocking the young lad. I thought he really played well after that.
Yeah.
I just thought he had a poor start.
Poor start, yeah. I mean, if we were to do, if that was to happen and we were to go like 2-0 down or something, we may be forced to bring on Lanzini again.
Yeah.
You know what he's like. He loves to come on.
He could pull another rabbit out of the hat, mate. Fuck you hell.
Yeah, he loves to fuck up the Tottenham chat, doesn't he?
Do you know, I watched, just for the sake of it, for the memory, Clive, do you know West Ham Clips done that goggle box of all the YouTubers doing that when Lanzini scored the goal, that game?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
That? You haven't seen it, Clive? Clive, you need to watch that today, before the game. You need to watch it. It's when, they take clips from, West Ham Fan TV, Charlie Walsh and Affers, and all the Tottenham guys, Expressions oozing, and all the Tottenham fans, how their reactions was as we went 3-0 down to the very end of the game. Oh, it's funny as fuck, mate. You've got to watch it.
Give that a look.
It's West Ham Clips, the geezer does it, and it's goggle box. And it's all about that game. It's really funny, man. It's so good at the end. So good.
Right. I'll give that a look.
Try and see it and watch it before this game.
I shall. I mean, I'm not sleeping. I don't think I'm going to be sleeping much before the game, that's for sure.
No, you got now, Clive? What time are you there, son?
5:35.
Whoa, you fucking good.
Mind you, I haven't been out of sleep all night,
Yeah.
It's difficult to sleep when you've got stuff going on in your mind,
Yeah, I know that. Worry about that many times, I know.
Yeah. But I'm quite confident that we'll put on a good show tomorrow. It's going to be one of those tough games. Yeah, it's going to be one of those tough games that we don't get anything cheaply. We ain't going to get nothing cheaply out of these lot.
No.
No. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Okay, Chelsea today, they won 7-0 against a very, very poor Norwich team. Very poor.
Yeah, I watched the highlights of it, like Jesus.
Yeah, I was kind of watching some of it on my phone whilst listening to the TalkSport commentary on the radio while we were travelling up to Luton to watch the boxing. And then the second half, I just listened to it through the earphones off of the phone. But like I said, they were a very, very poor Norwich side. And although Chelsea were dominant and they were rampant and they were voracious, yeah.
Yeah. And that's them without Lukaku.
Yeah. And and fair play, Mason Mount picked up himself a match ball. Fair play to him.
He did.
Congratulations to him for that. Anyone that does that at that level deserves a tip of the hat from me, in my opinion. Don't care who.
No, I like that young lad. I like him.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Good
boy. Yeah, Peach was asking me about him just before you came on, actually. He asked me about a few players. Yeah, I'll tell you what. While Peach is gone, he's probably just sitting there watching us.
That's
He's
all he's
probably
fucking
just set
doing.
this up.
He
set this up, hasn't he?
Right.
He's a wanker. He
Yeah,
set it up.
right. I'll tell you what he's doing now, right? He's eating his chicken shawarma from last night. He just found.
No. He's eaten that. I think. Yeah, but he's sitting there watching us making complete tits. Oh, for God's sake! Yeah, here we go again. Making a complete tit of ourselves, right, on the Kieran and Clive live show. And look, top show, boys. Top show. You honestly, Pete, when I meet you, you're buying me a large gin, mate. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Pete is our only fan.
Yeah, you know. At least we're getting the comments tonight, though.
Yeah, at least he's working that well.
Yeah. So
I better grab another beer.
Yeah, go for it, son. Go for it. I'll let you do that.
I won't leave you, Clive. I won't do a peach and fuck off.
No, I know. He did that to me last night for about an hour, and in the end, I just went, "Oh, I'm gone." Here he is. Look, Laughing Jack. Eh? Laughing Jack, the bastard. What are you doing to us, man? Hey, at least interview us for the job. Hey, at least interview us for the job before you give it to us. Hey, right. So, Peach, you're a funny guy, man. You're a funny guy. Little more gloating, and then he'll disappear again. Here we go again.
I will. But people have
no,
to
you
get
don't
ready
have
for
to
the
disappear, man. This is your show. Yeah.
So this is just an introduction. Because these two boys, I could listen to these two boys talk all fucking day. I'm not even joking with you, man.
Wait, you need to get out more, Peach.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
You should just talk around the old people, though, and listen to them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So
anyway, guys, I'm not sure how this is going to go, but so look, he's gone again. Fair play.
Yeah, go on.
So let me ask you a couple of questions then, Kieran. These are questions that Peach asked me earlier on in the show.
Go on, yeah.
He asked me, what do I think of Mason Mount?
Top boy.
And the other player was, who's the other player?
Foden.
Tell me what you think about Foden. That's what you've been watching.
Foden.
I've been in and out and watched that bit earlier.
All right. Okay. So come on, give me
a comment there.
Come on.
All right. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I didn't read the comments because on my phone I can't see them.
All I said about Foden.
Yeah.
He's got a disgraceful haircut. I'd sack him.
We would never have seen a great Gascoigne if you'd have had that kind of philosophy when he was about.
They were written him off.
Yeah.
It's fucking outrageous, the haircut. What's he doing? But he's an absolute
Beckham. What would you have done if you had to sack Beckham because of his haircut? You'd be sacking him every month.
Yeah, can't have that haircut in this dressing room, boy. Off you go.
Yeah, go on, see you later. Okay, so come on, as a player, Phil Foden.
You're out. No, he's an absolute talent, isn't he? Absolute talent. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's for Man City, but there you go. They've probably got 3 or 4 more lined up behind him.
Yeah. Would you take him at West Ham?
Oh, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, mate. Him and Mount. I tell you what, they're the future of England team. Them two.
Yeah.
Tell you
agreed.
That.
With Declan.
With Declan. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
I'll tell you another young guy. We got to keep our eye on. Okay, he's not one of our boys, but he's going to be another future England player, and I believe in, and that's Reece James.
Good boy too. Another good one, isn't he? Yeah, I like it.
There's some fantastic English youngsters out there.
There's a shitload. I'll tell you what, the boys I tell you, the boy's really impressing me.
Yeah.
He's again another Chelsea boy out on loan. The boy at Palace. What's his name?
Yeah. I want to say Chavela, but he plays at Chelsea.
Yeah, not him. No, he's a white boy. This boy with the curly hair.
Yeah, I know you mean. Yeah, I know you mean.
Man, he's setting the fucking world alight at Palace.
It's only 5:45 in the morning. Let me phone my brother and ask him.
Fucking hell. Get him up, mate. Sort him out.
Get him up. Yeah, I'm up. He's got to be up.
Of course, all your mob of fucking Chelsea, isn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But
must be some good discussions. Some good discussions around the dinner table.
Yeah, it's hilarious today because, as I said, there was me and my brother in the car going up the Luton. I had my boy in the back with me.
Gallagher. There you go. Darren's got it. Gallagher,
that's him.
I'm liking him, mate.
Yeah.
He could be in my fucking team that you've done. The team, I could have him in there. You know, I won't say too much more, but I might like him in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so carry on, Clive. Sorry.
Yeah, so where was I? You interrupted me and I've lost my track.
Yeah, no, he's in the car with your brother, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, we were in the car on the way up there, and as I said, we were listening to the Chelsea game. And even my son's a Chelsea fan. He's been heavily influenced by my brother.
What are you doing, Clive? Sort him out.
I know. Listen, I have had fights with my son. I've had fights with my brother. It's been bloodshed. But yeah, so we're in the car and they're chatting football. Yeah, they're chatting Chelsea this and Chelsea that. And he was telling me about how good Chelsea's recruitment had been. And I said, are you shitting me? I said, Timo Werner, I said, came with loads of promise. He hasn't delivered at all, in my opinion, for Chelsea. He scored 1 or 2 decent goals. He scored 1 or 2 important goals.
He just missed a lot.
Delivered. Yeah, he ain't delivered at all.
Yeah,
and my brother was sort of like, yeah, I suppose you're right. I said, Kai Havertz, I said, he's come with a lot of promise. I said, and he hasn't shown any of that really. I said, 1 or 2 touches have been incredibly good. But in general, I haven't been that impressed with him. So go on, carry on, bruv. Tell me about Chelsea's recruitment. And he was like, oh, well, I suppose West Ham did any better. And I went, let me think. Okay. We had a loan player for 6 months last year, scored a brace on his opening game. And then went on to become the 2nd highest scorer in the club for the season. I said, so, you know, yeah, that weren't bad. That weren't very good recruitment, was it? You know, and I was just basically, and I said about how Souček had, you know, gelled with Declan and so on and so forth. And then I said to him, and then of course, you know, we've got the man that and I'd already spoken about Declan. I said, then we got the man that every team in the country wants. He went, oh yeah, who's that? I went, Mikel Antonio. And he went, yeah, I suppose you're right there. And so I said to him, so our recruitment hasn't exactly been shit, has it, over the last few years? And he went, no. He said, you've had 1 or 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Just what Hammer said saying there, I'd take Werner at West Ham. I agree with him. Because I think
he'd probably fit in at West Ham.
He would. And I think Moyes
he looks more the kind of player that would fit in at West Ham than at Chelsea.
So. I think Hammerhead's a lot of the money. That boy would do well under Moyes. Under Moyes, he'd thrive.
I think he probably would. Yeah. I mean, in fairness, there are a number of Chelsea players that I would take.
Yeah. Pulisic, as Darren said, he's another good one.
Pulisic, yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, we could have an American in our team.
In fact, he's probably the best American that's played over here.
For a long time.
In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, for a long,
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Clint Dempsey, he was okay in his day, and
He
so on
was
and so
okay, yeah.
forth. But
Now that Pulisic is class.
none of them have got the footballing brain that Pulisic has got. That's for sure.
Do you know, Clive, what I sometimes think though, especially Chelsea, right? They must have 50 fucking players out on loan. They've got a squad of about 30 there. Sometimes, don't you think there's too many chefs in the kitchen? There's too much to fucking choose from? Well, we don't have that problem, right? We don't. But they seem to have so much talent, so many great players. It's hard to get the blend.
And the other thing is they've got an embarrassment of riches in respect that I think I can name one school that's like literally 500 yards away from my house that is also a Chelsea academy.
Right.
And that's right opposite Crawley Town football ground as well, which is quite a rude thing to do if you ask me. But hey, you know, but you know, they've got an academy at Thomas Bennett School just down the road from me. They've got academies at other schools around the country and that as well. And what you tend to find is in the places where they've got these kinds of academies, you're finding that a lot of the young lads that are talented players, you know, young talented lads, they're getting involved with these academies in these schools and that, and Chelsea are able to just go along and go, you look good, and you look good.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
just
yourselves
grab him.
up to Cobham. Get yourselves up to Cobham and go and chat to this fella. And then and they've got 14, 15, 16-year-olds ready to go.
Yeah,
ready to go.
Exactly. They've just got a plethora of young talent. It's like the old days, I think, of Barcelona and Real Madrid. They used to just sign up the talent just to make sure the other team didn't get them.
That's it. And Chelsea have been guilty of that for years now.
They have been guilty of that, Clive. You're right.
Since Abramovich's arrival, really.
They don't care if they don't work out, but they make sure no one else has them.
I mean, look, you know, they went and bought Eden Hazard, right? I mean, at the time, he was relatively unknown. He was young. He was talented. He had a lot of promise and so on and so forth. And what a player he turned out to be.
What a player.
Fair play to Chelsea. But not only did they go and buy him, but they also bought his little brother as well for a while. They had him on the books for a while, didn't they? That what's his blinking name now? His brother. Come on, chat. Let us know what his name is. And they bought him for a while, and I do believe he's gone to Spain or Italy now, one or the other, I think. But yeah, they got him because what they didn't want to do is they could see the talent in Eden Hazard. And what they didn't want to do is miss out on having two for the price of one kind of thing, you know. And so they got them both in just so that nobody else could have a look at his brother and perhaps challenge Eden Hazard's brilliance, you know, and development. You know what I mean? So they brought his brother in as well. Yeah, that Chelsea have done this a lot. I mean, they bought Kante, right? Only purely because he won the league with Leicester. Had he have not done that, I don't believe Chelsea would have looked at him. You know, but they bought him because he was a Premiership winner.
He is a player.
Oh, he's fucking incredible. They got, you know, Lukaku in again because of what he's been doing in Italy. You know, he's been smashing it, and they go and pay almost 3 times what they sold him for to get him back. You know, that's a team that's just flexing muscle, in my opinion. You know.
No, I even watched. I went through it this morning, watching highlights of what, you know, all the games from last night.
Yeah.
And who did Man City smash this morning? Was it Brighton? Well, that's Brighton.
Brighton, yeah.
I think it was 4-1 or 4. Yeah, 4-1 in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4-1. Yeah.
But I I always look at when I watch highlights. You know, throw the teams up first. I always watch what's on the bench for every team, just to see if I see a player at the bench. Yeah, oh, yeah, about. And you looked at this was Man City's bench: Mahrez, Fernandinho, or Fabinho. Is it Fernandinho? Mahrez, Fernandinho, De Bruyne, are on the bench.
On the bench.
And they went 3-0 up in 30 minutes. You know, and these three are sitting on the bench. You go, my God.
Yeah.
That is frightening.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got Yarmolenko, Fredericks, and Randolph.
We got a few more than that, mate. Lanzini.
No, but it's just a scary. When I see Man City's squad, it's really scary. It's very hard to see them not winning the league with that.
Can't remember if we've spoken about Lingard, me and you together. What's your views on him?
Oh yeah, I'd fucking have him back tomorrow, Clive. I still think we could get him back by the end of the season. Yeah. I reckon. There's a thing I did take to Peach yesterday about Lingard. Come Christmas, but when his contract winds down to 6 months, he's allowed to talk to other clubs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's allowed to sign a pre-contract with other clubs.
Yeah.
Come Christmas. Yeah. So I got a funny feeling if he still wants to come to West Ham, and his motivation will be to play regular first team football to get in the England squad for the World Cup.
Yeah.
He still wants to play for West Ham. That'll be then. Now, Man United have got two choices then. They ask West Ham for a fee at Christmas, say, look, give us 5-7 million and you can have him now. Or they say no, and he waits to the end of the year and he walks. That's the choices. So
can I just stop you for 1 second? I want to just address this comment that's on the screen now from DT. So he's saying he wants to thank Pete for getting us two together, and it feels like we're sat in the audience. That's a lovely comment. Thank you, DT.
Isn't that nice?
I'm glad we make you feel comfortable.
That's good because
that's a nice thing.
And he's a good old Yorkie boy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a Leeds fan.
Oh, really?
He's a Leeds boy. Yeah, I think it's him and his son. No, but he seems to think West Ham fans are nicer than Leeds fans.
Oh, that's good then. That's good. I actually thought
with us than he does the Leeds fans. I don't know.
I actually thought that he was a West Ham fan. He's on a lot of our channels.
No, he is. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice lad.
Okay. So what's the team bit of your name mean then, DT? Disabled team? Why team? It's just one man. I actually thought it was like.
I think it's him and his son, Clive.
Yeah, in the two in the picture. Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
He probably let us know, but I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, you got a fan on screen there, bro.
Oh, good, Danny. Yeah. I can see your face. It's not. You're about the only person who ever said that.
Great to see your face. Oh, why do you usually have it covered up for your job? Bank robber or something, are you? I told you you look like one of the bank robbers when I first met you.
I know. Peter's freaking out that I'd met Buster, right? I was like, well, I should have said, no, I didn't do a job with him. I only met him.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, I mentioned this to Peach earlier. Yesterday, I think it was, when I was on there with him. I watched a video on YouTube, and it said that the title of it was alluded to the celebrities that are West Ham fans.
I watched it as well.
Have you?
Right.
You've watched it.
Watch it as well. I did.
Doesn't it surprise you? Some of the people that are pictured with West Ham shirts on.
Some of them I knew. A lot of them I knew, but there's a few that did surprise me.
Yeah. I mean, you know, That wrestler, what's his name? Triple H.
Yeah, well,
I knew nothing
on
about. I never even heard of him before that video.
Yeah, I didn't know him, but the boys on about a year ago on American Hammers TV, they were talking about him and how, and he's done an actual introduction for them, you know.
Oh right.
To watch, I think it's American Hammers TV, to watch it by Triple H. So, and I was in the chat at the time. I said, "Who the fuck's Triple H?" You know, and the boys that he's a wrestler. Oh, I've never watched it. So.
Yeah, no, I'm not really into wrestling either. It's it's not really my kind of thing. But fair play, you know. And
I like Pixie Lott. Pixie Lott's a good one because I like her.
Yeah, she's
nice.
Yep. Yeah, nice and Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley, I knew that one. Keira.
Another West Ham fan that you'd invite round for dinner, isn't she?
Oh, you know? Fucking hell. Yeah, and breakfast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, she's got to cook that. So, yeah, definitely breakfast. Come on, we're going way off track here. We'll end up getting an X rating.
You went down a celebrity route.
Yeah, I did, yeah. But
you know, I like
a lot of the Russell Brand's there, and not Kate Perry, what's her name? Louisa Johnson, one of the girls that did you see X Factor or something.
Did you see all that recently?
About
father and son team, Clive. There you go. Listen, the disabled team.
All right.
I'm an amputee with underlying health condition, and my son has learning disability. Oh, right, fantastic. Well, it's not fantastic.
Brilliant. It's great. It's great to hear the story behind some people's names. Screen names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that information, DC. Lovely. Okay. Disabled team. I like that. It's good. I like that. That's good. Right, Co. So let's find something else to discuss. What else should we discuss? Come on, Pete. Throw us up a couple of questions. See if we can deal with a couple of questions. Oh, here we go.
Do you know when you did mention Lennox Lewis, but he's a West Ham boy, but I knew that because he was born in Forest Gate, Clive.
Was he?
Yeah, and then they moved. I think his family then moved to Canada. That's how he ended up. Yeah. He ended up boxing for Canada in the Olympics. But he was a Forest Gate
Frank
boy.
Bruno as well. Yeah, he was on that video, wasn't he?
I used to see Frank Bruno training around Wanstead Flats, running around Wanstead Flats and that when I was a young lad. Yeah. And when you saw him in his car around Manor Parkway and that, he was just touching the roof of the car. You knew it was him. You see the car, his head touching the roof. It's a big lad.
My sister's ex-husband. Well, he's only an ex because he passed away. But he used to train with Bruno back in the day. I don't know what the gym was called or where it was situated, but he used to train with them. There's photographs of them together, like when they were both amateur and stuff. And he said that he was surprised that Frank Bruno ever really got to world championship status because he was such a nice guy. He didn't want to hurt people. Do you know what I mean?
He was so nice.
He was so nice. He is a nice guy. He's still a nice guy, you know.
I saw him fight once. I went to Mark Kaler. Do you ever remember the name Mark Kaler, Clive?
No.
He was a young middleweight West Ham boy. Right?
All right. Okay.
And he fought Mark Simpson at Wembley Arena. And cause I mean, he was a West Ham boy, wore claret and blue shorts, and he used to come into bubbles.
Yeah, actually, I do recall that. Yes.
And Simpson was from Leicester. Right. And when we went to Wembley, mate, it kicked off everywhere. Or when he came in on bubbles, and everyone started saying there were thousands of Leicester there, and it just kicked off all around the arena. Mate, just fights broke out everywhere. I ended up falling down a flight of stairs about 30 steps. I threw a punch and missed. I fell down about 30 fucking steps. So a copper picked me up, and I said to him, "Mate, it's going mental up there." And fucking just threw me down the stairs. Right? So he left me alone, and he went and nicked my nephew. He got fucking thrown. He got dragged out and thrown out. But it just kicked off everything. But it was a mental night. And yeah. Poor up Mark Cady lost it to Simpson in the end. He was a better boxer. There you go. Right. Great night.
Great night. I do recall a young lad coming out in the claret and blue shorts and coming out the bubbles and that. The name had escaped me. I didn't remember his name.
Yeah, I presume it's him because I think because there was so much trouble, Clive, they banned. I think after that fight, they banned any football-related songs for a walk-on.
Oh right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Oh my gosh. Right, I'm going to go for a little walk to the kitchen because I want to go and make myself a cup of coffee, but I'm going to take you with me. So we can keep chatting, keep the people happy, can't we?
Yeah, two sugars, mate. 2 sugars. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I wish I could make you one, brother. It'd be nice. Right, hold on. It might go dark for a second. It's going to go dark for a minute.
All good, brother.
Oh my God! Now it looks like I've got studio lighting. Look how bright that light is on the
thing. At least you're all professional with your earphones and that, geezer.
Oh, well, you know, it's the only way I can hear you.
Yeah, that's what I need.
I can't hear shit when it comes out of the speaker on the phone. So,
yeah.
You know. But yeah, so how long do you reckon Peach is going to leave us to chatting bullshit then?
I know exactly how long. Until we decide to fuck off. That's how long.
He's so naughty, isn't he? He said to me earlier, he goes, "Yeah, there's big things coming, Clive." I didn't realise he meant straight away.
I know. He keeps saying he ain't asked us. He just says he's doing it.
I bet he's sitting there chuckling away with his dad, look. You know what I mean? Hey, look at this pair of twats.
Oh, dear. He should have his dad. He should put his dad on here. We could probably chat with him for another 2 hours.
Oh, that would be brilliant. Peach, can you hear that? Peach, get your dad on here.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm sure the punters would love to see 3 old farts chatting about the old days. Right? Oh, dear. I can't read that. What's that say?
You're legends. Oh, are we?
Oh, are we?
Are we? Yeah. We've cracked it. We've cracked it.
I'm
Clive.
a legend in my own lunch break.
Took us over 60 years before we cracked it.
Yeah. I'm a legend in my own lunch break, mate. That's me.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So Peach, come on, come back on screen for a minute because I need to ask you a question now. Right, he's not going to come on the screen, is he? Right, it's going to go dark again. Oh, here he is. Look. Right, Peach, I'm just going.
When you ask, you shall receive. When you ask, you shall receive.
Thank you, sir. Right, so my question to you is:
the both of you. Like, I love watching. People ain't ready for the live with Kieran and Clive. They ain't ready for it. I just wanted to give them a little preview, a little taste, a little bit of that. Yeah.
Okay, but we're all right with that, I think. No, anyway, so my question.
Well, I don't know if Kieran is because he said I had to talk to his lawyers last night before he made up his mind.
I don't sign nothing.
And then he did the typical Kieran and he was like,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, can I have his number, please, Kieran? Because I need someone to represent me as well.
Yeah. What are we going to do, right? We got to phone up one of Moyes and see if he can recommend an agent.
Yeah. Listen,
that's it. I've got my agent already, Tommy Suchek, mate. Tommy Sukak's going to be my agent.
Who is the agent? They got Tevez and Matt Mascherano and Kia
Bachan.
Yeah, there you go.
Kia Bachan.
Yeah,
That'll
I
only end
recommend
up
you
in
to him.
court.
I recommend you to him.
We'd end up in court with him too.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh,
So anyway, my question to you, Peach, is I take it you'll have plans for doing something after the game tomorrow.
Yeah. Like,
all right,
yeah.
well, just letting you know that you can link me up if you want to. All right.
Oh, I would love to.
I'll be available.
That's fucking brilliant. That's like the Triple H.
It's about 2 o'clock in the morning for poor old Kieran, so he might not be available.
No, it depends. Depends how.
The red wine might have got the better of him.
How long after the game will you do one? When everyone else is done there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking what it would be. It would be like 7 o'clock in the morning your time, or maybe
7 in the morning our time.
No, Kieran's time.
No, because the game will finish about 1 o'clock in the morning for me.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
if depends whether you're doing it an hour later or 5 hours later. It's up to you.
Yeah, no. It would be probably because everybody has their like little post-match things, don't they? So we don't want to get confused in that mess. So like the game would end 3, 4, like 4 o'clock your time, Clive. Yeah. And then I'm thinking like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock your time, which would be 9, 10, 11 in the morning your time, Karen.
No, because I'm 9 hours in front of Clive.
That's what I'm saying. So listen,
what time would you do it for Clive, and then I'll work mine out.
Oh, okay. So if we do it for Clive, assholes, huh? 2 assholes, 2 proper assholes. If we do it at like, let's say we do it like, okay, let's say we do it 9 o'clock in the evening, Clive's time. That would be what?
That's 6 in the morning for me.
So you're not an early bird? You're not
an
early bird?
That's no drama. 6 in the morning.
There you go. It's better
than
you're like
good
3
with that
in the
then,
morning,
Kieran,
4 in the morning. Yeah. We'll probably do like 8, 9, probably 9 then. Probably 9, like closer to like what's better for you, Karen. So like probably like 9 o'clock.
9 to 9:30 or something.
I'll set the alarm. I'll be up to 6.
There you go. Done. But yeah, consider it going on then, because like that would be, what would that be for me? That would be 4. That would be 4 o'clock for me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that would be 4 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Clive's time, and then
7 a.m. for Kieran.
7. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, 6 a.m. 6 a.m.
6 a.m. in it. Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah, that would be. We are mental. Right. We're West Ham United supporters, dog. We are mental.
Yeah.
It's madness.
And we're random.
We are very random. What's that, right?
I'll be half asleep, but I'll be here.
I'm half asleep right now. It's like I'm not like Kieran is. No, Kieran Clive. Sorry, he's a legend. It's like what 5, like 10 past 5 in the morning.
10 past 6.
10 past 6. Oh my days. Oh my days. You're the same as me. I'm an insomniac. Like I can't get to sleep, man. And you know what's funny? Like after this whole coronavirus thing, I swear to you, I cannot get like more than 5 hours sleep. It's weird. I don't know what's happened, but like I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up like 4 or 5 hours into my sleep and I can't get back. I don't know. I don't know why.
Lately,
I'm calling.
I'll have to put the aircon on in the bedroom.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Karen. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I'm calling an early goal for Ben Rama for tomorrow, by the way, boys.
Oh, right. Here we go. Here we get Pacific now. We're getting Pacific. Ben Rama. I'm not. I'm calling the first goal by Zuma.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see
that.
We're back
I would
on,
like
we're
to
back
see
on
his
the
first
set piece.
goal for the club.
I would
Yeah,
love to
we're
see
back on the
that.
set piece. Remember the last two games, Dion,
Yeah.
right? Dawson,
Yeah.
Ogbonna. There's only one left. There's only one left.
Yeah.
It's Zuma. Boomfa. There you go.
He could very well have one tomorrow.
I would love
good
it.
shout. I think
would
the
love
Ben
it.
Rama goal in about 20 to 25 minute range.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
No,
and
that's
I
what I'm
mean,
looking
I
for.
want a screamer though, Clive. I want a
it will
screamer
be.
top corner.
I'll have a word with him, shall I?
Yeah,
I
please
think
do. Yeah, give him a ring. Give him a ring. Give him a ring and tell him.
I will say this
speed
about.
dial, mate.
I'll say this about Mendy. I think Mendy's one of the best goalkeepers in the league.
Yeah,
So,
I think there's not many people out there that are going to disagree with that.
No.
He's a top keeper. It really is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Very, very, very classy.
Yes, I do have my head. I remember Clive Best very, very well, and I'm sure Clive does too.
I was at his debut.
Were you? Wow.
I was at his debut, yeah.
Wow.
I sneaked in. I didn't pay to get in. Sorry, West Ham, but that's true.
No, good work.
Yeah, I sneaked in, me and a couple of friends. I was disgusted at the banana throwing, but hey, let's get away from that part. The fact that he was playing and he was a monster on the pitch. Absolute monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I was at his debut. Can't even remember who it was against. Who was it against? Was it Sheffield Wednesday? Was it Sheffield Wednesday?
I don't know, but there's two players I would have loved to see live, and that was Clyde Best and who was it? Georgie Best, wasn't it? Like
Yeah. And us two old farts have both had the pleasure of seeing both of them play live.
Yeah, right.
We were lucky.
Yeah. But then you've probably seen players, Peach, live that we haven't, and that we would
Dean
like
Aston, but you probably saw Dean Aston.
Yarmolenko.
No, I've never seen. I've seen Yarmolenko, yeah, but I've never seen Dean Aston.
I didn't get Roberto.
I got to see
Turn the tone back up again, Kieran.
He was never like when he was on the pitch.
I thought Bellamy was good.
Yeah.
I like Bellamy, mate.
Yeah, Bellamy was great. I would like to have seen. I'd like to have been in the stadium to watch us when. I know this is probably going to be a bit contentious, but I would like to have seen Ian Wright in our colours.
Oh yes, please. Yes, please. Like I got the
Ian Wright.
I got
love to have watched him while he was playing blue.
I got the 1999-2000 squad with Redknapp, and it has Ian Wright, it has Stuart Pearce, it has Joe Cole, Trevor Sinclair, everybody in it like that. DeCanio, come on.
Yeah. But I would love to have seen him play.
I agree with you.
Fantastic.
I'll tell you, on My Hammers 11 with Russie B.
Yes.
He done one with a guy. I remember, his name's gone out of my head now, but he used to be like a musician come comedian type guy. And he's a West Ham supporter, and he done My Hammers 11 with Russie B. You might have watched it. But he told a story. He used to live in East Ham, near Central Park, near the White Horse in Central Park.
Yep.
And on a game day, he used to watch Clyde Best get on the bus there with his boots round his fucking neck, going to Upton Park for the game. What a story that is. How things have changed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, here's a little story for you. Now, Alvin Martin, came out of the ground one afternoon.
Yeah.
And he was waiting at a bus stop to get a bus home from the ground.
Go on.
And there was myself, my parents, and my older brother Paul, who he lives up in Lincolnshire now, but we were just young lads. I was younger than him, and we saw Alvin Martin, and I was quite excited about it because obviously, you know, being a West Ham fan, you get excited when you see your idols, the team. You know.
Yeah.
My brother Paul was like, "Who is this man that you're talking about?" And bear in mind, he's 4 years older than me. He was also another Chelsea. He's also another Chelsea supporter. And he didn't even realise who Alvin Martin was. When I told him who he was, he obviously, you know, got quite excited because he was a professional player and so on and so forth. But before we left, because obviously I wanted to say hello to him and stuff. You know, I was only a young lad. And before we left, he said to me, he said, "Come on," he said, "have you got something I can sign?" And I said, "I don't know." And I asked my mum and dad if they had anything I could sign. And all my dad had in the way of paper was a £1 note.
Lovely.
More than one. He had more than one, but he had a £1 note. And Alvin Martin signed that £1 note. And because my dad had given that to me as a kid with this signature on it, and he put it in an old photo frame, so it never got worn or used or spent. And when my father passed away, I put that frame in with him when he went to. Yeah, it was fantastic. I thought it was a fitting tribute to him because he'd given me the £1 to be signed. You know, and like back then, you know, like £1, that was probably, I don't know, a tenth of my dad's wages. I think my dad was only on about £11 a week or something at that point. Yeah, you know, so that was quite a lot of money back then.
Is that when they had like threepence and like all them things, like
threepence and sixpences,
and
half pennies.
Yeah.
Half pennies, man. I mean, like one time the half penny used to be bigger, almost as big as a penny. They were, you know, not very much different. That was back in the old days. Excuse me for 1 second.
That's one of them, no?
Yeah, that's one of them. And then when they changed the monetary system, that's it. That's the fella. That's the fella. And then when they changed the monetary system, the half penny came really small, almost like the old farthing.
I got one of them. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Go for it. Do you remember the farthing?
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know if it was an operation.
That's the one.
I do remember seeing
that. That is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is it.
It was about a quarter of a penny or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look at Peach go, man. Look at him go, man, with all these coins. Fantastic. Love it. So, guys, listen, I don't want to break up the party or anything, but I am getting to the point where I need to get some kind of sleep.
Have a little kip, man. I understand.
Yeah, man.
I was so honored and pleased to have like Karen and Clive live with Karen and Clive. Just a little preview. Get ready for the show. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be pre-recorded. Titch is gonna do his editing on it. Make y'all look like superstars. So just be ready for it. Hollywood's gonna be calling. All right?
Hollywood.
No, I love y'all, man. I love y'all.
Peach, it's always a pleasure, my friend.
Oh, 100%. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Clive. It is always a pleasure.
And Karen, I'll see you on the next episode, bruv.
Yes,
on the next episode
tomorrow night, 9 o'clock your time, 11 o'clock his time.
Yeah.
11 o'clock your time, right, Karen? Or no, 6 in the morning your time, 9 in the evening your time.
For me?
Yeah.
So, guys,
we got you.
All right,
thank you very much.
Get it on the socials. Let everybody know. share it,
Yeah.
like,
Let's do the
subscribe,
spud.
get it done. Get
Let's
it
do the
done.
spud.
Kieran and Clive.